This is Sam Pandolfo's house, built in 1917. It is not the mansion that one might expect for the president of a great company. And that's in keeping with Arthur Clausen's belief that a truly happy man lived in a simple home. The garage dates from 1919, an appropriate addition, it would seem, for a man who made automobiles. Between 1903 and 1925, 225 automobile companies were organized in the United States. By 1926, only 44 remained in business, and the Pan Motor Company was not among them. There have been questions almost from the beginning about the sale of stock. What was promised to buyers? What was actually delivered? 5 days after the armistice in November 1918, a federal grand jury indicted Sam Pandolfo and his company secretary for using the mails to defraud in the sale of stock in the company. Although these charges were dropped, federal prosecutors brought a new case only a few months later, but this time the case would be heard in Chicago. All 13 members of the board of directors were included in the indictment. The trial was presided over by Judge Kennesaw Mountain Landis, a hard-nosed jurist who is best known as the first commissioner of baseball. He was tough in his handling of Pandolfo's case, leading to a guilty verdict. There was a sigh of relief, though, in St. Cloud when the board members were all acquitted. Pandolfo appealed his conviction all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. After the appeal was denied in March 1923, he left St. Cloud to report for his prison sentence at Leavenworth. After serving 2.5 years, he returned to St. Cloud, where a brass band met him at the train depot. Later, proclaiming his innocence, he would tell people, "You don't meet a crook with a brass band." Remaining in the Granite City, he held out hope that his fortunes would turn and started a new venture, the Pan Health Food Company, which turned out whole wheat, raisin, chocolated, greaseless donuts. With typical aplomb, Pandolfo said, "One of these donuts every morning will keep the doctor away, clear the skin, and put more life into your step. If every family in St. Cloud will use these wonderful health donuts daily, in 2 months, I will have a health food factory going here that will put the town on the map." When that failed, he moved to Denver, Colorado, and went back to a sure thing, selling insurance. But in 1941, he was again convicted for mail and security fraud and served yet another prison term. After his parole, he continued to sell insurance and moved to Alaska in 1956, where he died 4 years later. What do we make of this man? Historian William Morgan has written, "Was Pandolfo a con artist, a victim of his times, or a man whose dream exceeded his grasp of reality? To this day, no one knows."